Hey everybody, I'm Haunted, and today I'm doing a little plant haul from when I was just in Tropiflora plant shopping. So I'm going to show you what I got in Tropiflora, and I might also show you a few other things that I have picked up recently from my local plant nurseries. So I'll go ahead and start with the good stuff. Sarasota, right? So the very first thing I have here, I just planted him yesterday. He's a donkey-eared calancho, and I picked him up from a place called Albertons in Sarasota. This is my mom's planter with the beautiful sea turtle on it. The plant inside of it was a moon cactus originally, but it died. And I found out that it died because this didn't have any drainage holes in it, so I drilled it a couple of times. Then I put a beautiful different kind of calancho in it, and the freeze killed it. So I picked this up at Albertons. I didn't take any video footage of Albertons when we went because the section that had the houseplants and the succulents and the stuff that like this that I'm interested in was quite small. So I felt like it wasn't really like big enough or impressive enough to show on camera. But I did find one little friend here to pick up before I left the plant nursery. So I have at least one thing from every place we went. And I just think he's so cute. I've had many calanchos before, but I've never had the donkey ear, so I really like him. Let me know what you think about him. The next thing is Tropiflora, okay? That was the exciting stuff, Tropiflora. So the first thing I picked up is a Bromeliad, and the genera is Vregia, and the species is called Saundersi. And I just love how it's like a beautiful teal color with purple spots all over it. Isn't it gorgeous? It's quite small. Bromeliads are epiphytes, meaning basically air plants. Most of them don't have to have dirt to survive, but they tend to like it. If you have them on a little bit of dirt, they tend to do pretty well. But they like to have a very well draining soil, so lots and lots of drainage holes in the bottom, and they like to have a very well draining soil. So a lot of times what I'll do with bromeliads is I'll take a potting soil that has a lot of peat moss in it, like a fluffy texture, and I can show you my favorite one that I use quite often. It is called Fertilome, and I have it Fertilome. So I'll take that and I'll mix it with organic perlite, volcanic lava rock, and orchid bark, which is the same orchid bark that I sent you in the most recent box that we did. And the brand of orchid bark is this Super Moss brand. Okay, Super Moss. And I'll take all 4 of those ingredients and mix them up together, and then I'll plant my bromeliads in there. That's if I'm feeling fancy. If I'm not feeling fancy and I just want to get the job done, then I'll just use my Fertilome potting soil. And most of the time, you know, most of them do fine. As long as you have lots and lots of drainage holes, plenty of drainage, because they do sometimes get root rot. And they're also susceptible to freezing, so they need to be covered in the winter if temperatures get below freezing. I believe this one is called a either a Nova or a Gigantea. And I believe this is also of the Vregia variety of Bromeliad, but this is the second one I picked up. Look at the gorgeous lines and splotches all over it. Isn't that so cool? I love him so much. Then I got this Tillandsia red fountain, giant air plant here. Very, very sadly, I lost my mom's huge cluster of really big air plant that belonged to my mom from the Christmas freeze. So I wanted to get a really, really big, nice one to replace that, and hopefully it'll grow babies on it and grow into a cluster like she had. Then the next things I got from Tropiflora are in this box over here. We've got lots of stuff to show you. So this is one of the ones you guys saw in the video on the tour of Tropiflora. This big, gigantic red. It is a Tillandsia novaki. So impressive, so beautiful. Check him out. Okay, then I got this dude, and I don't know what he's called, but I thought he was very large, very gorgeous. Very much had to have him. With his beautiful pale colors and his nice yellow and orangish bloom. Just very pale, very subtle, but very beautiful. I love him so much. Then we have the Chrysanthus, which is similar to a Bromeliad, but it's a little bit different, and it is the Absolute Zero. And then I have one other Chrysanthus. It's got some leaves on it. This is the Chrysanthus. Hi.
I apologize, I opened it.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much.
I didn't even look at the tag.
Thank you. Chrysanthus McDreamy. And I'd never seen a Chrysanthus like this one before. I just thought he was really unique. He was the only one they had. And so I had to get him. And I'm gonna find somewhere really, really cool to put him. So that is everything I got in Tropiflora. I did pick up a couple of things when I was in your farm. And actually, I left a couple of them inside, so I'm gonna have to bring you inside really quick to show you really, really fast two of those things. I finally planted my beautiful butterfly plant in his permanent home that I showed you guys on the oracle cards recently. And so this is the pot that I found. And then I got this cute little turtle guy who hangs off the side of a pot. And he's so precious and sweet. I love him so much. And then the Your Farm, which was the second tour filmed. There was one other thing I got that was really, really exciting. Can't wait to show you that because it's gorgeous. So let me set you back down. And here it is. You know, my mom loved everything to do with the ocean, right? The sea and the fish and the sea plants. So I was so excited to see this. I felt like it's just so perfect. And I got to put some really, really nice, beautiful stuff in here to honor my mom and give it a really nice space somewhere here up in the front porch area where I can see it all the time. And that is everything I got in Sarasota. But I have some other stuff I can show you that I recently got. I actually got this guy yesterday at Bell's, and he was regularly $40. He hangs out in your garden like a lawn ornament, garden ornament. Regular $40, marked down to $28. Look at his friendly, sweet little face. Love him so much. Mosaic turtle shell. My mom loved mosaic. I just thought he was perfect. Then I recently got this succulent right here. It's called a lavender steps succulent, and this is one that my mom had. So I still have a piece she gave me over on the other side of the porch here, but I wanted to get a little extra and like really start having some fun and growing lots of it to enjoy it like she did, because she had a lot more of it. And it's kind of hard to see, but it has a little bit of purple in it. It's really beautiful. Then I've got, this is another kind of calancho, and it's sometimes referred to as the Christmas rose because it often blooms around the Christmas season, and it looks like a tiny miniature rose. So I put this in my vintage McCoy. I had a beautiful poinsettia in here, but the freeze killed it. So it has now been replaced with the Christmas rose, and now it's back to having a beautiful space. Oh, you know, I did forget one thing that I got at Succulents, which is, I showed you guys when we were on the Tropiflora tour in a recent video. It's a variegated peace lily. These are a little harder to find, so I was glad to find it because I thought mine was killed by the freeze. There's actually like a tiny bit down at the bottom of it that's still alive, so I trimmed it way down, and I'm hoping it'll make it, but I wanted to pick this up in case it was a lost cause, so that way I'd have a replacement. If that one ends up living, I think it might. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this one, but I don't know. I'll find somewhere for him. He sure is pretty, isn't he? There's a couple little flowers. They're not quite all the way open yet. Then me and my brother went to Old Time Pottery, and I got these adorable little pots, $1.99. $1.99, okay. We've got light tan with the coral. I just drilled them today. And then we've got a darker tan with the seahorse. And I have some of my mom's sunflower seeds here that I'm gonna plant in it. So lots and lots of beautiful stuff. Wow, I went to my local nursery today and I picked up, my mom has had this before, but I've never owned one myself. It's called a polka dot plant. And it's a tropical house plant. Look how cute it is. I got this beautiful like drip dye with a gorgeous leaf pattern. That's from my local plant nursery. Then also from my local plant nursery on my lunch break today, I got this beauty. So I can make that into a beautiful garden, container garden, with the butterfly and the daisy. So meaningful because butterflies can often represent beautiful synchronicity in nature. Then again, when I was at Old Time Pottery with my brother last night, I picked this up. It's made out of cedar. Old Time Pottery has such good deals on stuff. This was only 25 bucks. Amazon and Home Depot would try to gouge you 70 bucks for something like this. I was so glad to get this. It's so great. Really sturdy, nice piece. Really nice look with the variations in the wood and stuff like that. And I got two more to show you from Old Time Pottery. This is by Robert Allen. $6. And then this was $25, but had a green line through it because it was on sale. I can't remember how much it was, but it was less than $25. terracotta with the beautiful stripes in it to make it a little something different, you know? So that'll be, put that to good use for something. I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna arrange everything yet. I've got some ideas for a couple things, but not all the ideas for everything. Not yet. It's still in the works. Wheels are still turning. Then at a different local plant nursery the other day, I picked up some succulents that I've never had before. String of hearts. I wanted some vines because I have a couple of hanging baskets that the plants in them died from the Christmas freeze, so I need to replace them with something that would be like hanging, but I wanted to pick something really cool, you know? String of turtles. Variegated string of turtles. And then this adorable little succulent. And I've got the perfect plan for this one. We've got a few minutes left before I want to sign off for the day, so I'll go ahead and show you my perfect little plan. I have this super adorable little owl planter that Lenore Bazaar sent us back in October. I lost him for a while. He was buried amongst some boxes of Haunted Treasure supplies. I found him and I drilled him today. And so she's gonna go in here, and won't that be adorable? So let's go ahead and do that together. I got this new soil I'm gonna try out today. I get a little small bag for ease of use, potting on camera. So go ahead and open that up. And wow, we actually got through all of the items. I'm surprised that we got through it in that short period of time. So I'm just gonna put a little dirt in here. I'm gonna take the succulent out gently. I put a little too much dirt in there, so I'm gonna dump some out. Put him in here and then just fill around it. I tend to be kind of sloppy about this. Some people are really neat about their planting and everything looks perfect. I kind of do it sloppy because after you water it, it's gonna rinse off all the dirt and stuff anyway, right? So that's just my little like lazy tendency. No perfection here, but see, now I've got it pretty much situated how I want. Yeah, it's a little dirty. It's a little dirty on top, but once I water him with the mister setting, that's gonna come off. And so I'm really excited about it. What a little cutie, right? So we planted something together today. Lots and lots of other planting to do. I've got 2 shipping notifications for the Crate Joy plant boxes that I'm trying. So 2 on the way, 2 more that are ordered but not yet on the way. Let me know what you think about these little planting ideas. This is my mom's conch shell planter that I keep at her grave, but the plants in it died because of the Christmas freeze, so I'm going to fill it up with soil and orchid bark and put this little bromeliad in it. It has a little bit of damage because of the freeze, but once it starts growing again in spring, it's going to like fill out and look really beautiful. This is a baby off of a blueberry muffin bromeliad, Mia regilia blueberry muffin, that I got my mom for Mother's Day. Look, there's a little lizard guy right here. Say hey. Say hey to everyone. Now he's on my book. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. Let me know what you thought about this little plant haul, because I think when we do the plant unboxings, I'm gonna do it out here so we can like real time like try out the stuff and plant the little plants and stuff like that, and you know, not have to worry about getting my kitchen table so dirty. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you got through this whole 20-minute video on plants, and I'll be seeing you soon.